Hey, sorry to interrupt you, mikO.
That's okay. I hope you guys see that me and Antonio are in a different location. We're want to show you how mobile this show can be. So I'm actually on
Hmm.
the deck. One of our nice donors, supporters of the station, donated their deck for me to do this broadcast from. Antonio, where are you broadcasting from?
I'm broadcasting from home. And for everyone out there, we were going to try to do this last week when I was working off site, but the internet wasn't that great. So this is our first trial run of doing it off site, off of KPFA's site. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm at
that's right.
home in
Yeah,
Oakland.
I mean, we're still testing out things, right? So, like, I
Hmm.
don't know if you can see this. It took us a little minutes to get set up here. We're testing out lighting. We're still testing out camera. We're still testing out sound. So, we appreciate you being patient with us. But we also appreciate you guys tuning in to our weekly recap of announcements on the deck here with me, mikO Tolliver, and Antonio Ortiz.
Yes.
We're going to just tell you about a few cool shows that happened last week, just in case you missed them. So, it'll encourage you to go back and look at them, check
Yep.
them out, listen to them.
So there are three shows that we would like for you to pay attention to from last week. And they were all on Upfront. And so on July 4th, Upfront did a show about the Spanish Civil War fighting fascism. And so you can listen to that on their episode page for Upfront July 4th if you want to find out more about the Spanish Civil War and how they fought fascism there.
Yeah.
Then another,
Don't forget that all of the links to all of this, we put them in the text of the post. So as you guys are watching this, you feel like, oh yeah, I want to hear that. What's the link? Just go to the post and go, that's the link, right?
thank you, mikO. And yes, so go ahead and click on that link if you want to hear it and maybe even copy it so that you can listen to it later. Then, unless there's something else that you need to educate me, mikO.
Oh, that's pretty good. You want to go to the link?
I'm making stuff up on the fly. Okay, so another episode that you should check out for Upfront was parents and students occupying Parker Elementary in deep East Oakland over school closures. And so they did an episode on that on July 7th, talking about those issues that affect our local community here in Oakland. So take a look at that or listen to that on that link for Upfront on July 7th. And
Wow.
then the other thing here I'm looking at, there's not much information here that I'm looking at. It just says free mutulu shakur, and that was on Upfront on July 8th. And so maybe mikO, do you have any more information about that?
Oh, about freeing mutulu shakur. Yeah, I would
Hmm.
love to
Yes.
tell you our audience about mutulu shakur. Actually, I think Upfront is the one that wants to tell you about mutulu shakur. But there's been apparently a renewed campaign to free him. And
Hmm.
mutulu is
Yeah.
the movement for Black Lives has organized a campaign to release political prisoner mutulu shakur. So in August 2019, Upfront host Janine Etter, who is usually a host on Fridays, she interviewed Watani Taihemba, who's the criminal
Hmm.
investigator and member of Shakur's legal team. So there's been a renewed effort to update this person. I guess, yeah. So, Antonio, I think if you really want to learn more about it, what would be the real solution? What do you do to fix that?
To fix that, I'm going to click on the link right now. I'm going to listen to it there.
Boom, boom. That's right. That's how you do
Boom.
it. Okay. And then up front is Weekdays. It's kind of our flagship show here at
Mm.
KPFA. It's 2 hours every morning, Monday through Thursday, starting at 7 a.m. And then on Friday, it
Mm.
starts at 7, but it only goes for 1 hour. And that's with just Janine. But Monday through
Hmm.
Thursday, who's it hosted by?
Monday through Friday right now. Oh no, Monday through Thursday. It's hosted by Brian Edwards Teaker, and then Kat Brooks is going to come back, but there's going to be some changes in development on the morning hours. So just stay tuned for that.
Oh, we're going to have updates soon on programming?
Yes, we'll have some
That's
updates
right.
soon.
And
Yeah.
you're the interim program director, too, so you would know.
Yes, director of operations with some program director roles.
Okay.
So yeah, but we'll keep you posted on what changes can or will happen in the future. All right.
Okay. I'm cool with that. And then, so as we move along here, we had Letters in Politics with one of my favorite guys, Mitch Jeserich. Now, this week on July 7th, this past week, he did discussed urban uprisings in the in the early to mid 1960s. Ooh, that sounds like a Civil War kind of, or not Civil War, a civil rights kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he loves the history, which is which he's really good at. And so he also does live streaming as well.
Yeah, he does do live streaming. Now, he didn't live stream this one, but this one was actually included in guests. The one I'm talking about, Elizabeth Hinton, who's the associate professor of history and African American studies at Yale University and a professor of law at Yale. So, that means she's big time. And she's the author of From the War on Poverty to the War on Crime, and her latest, America on Fire, The Untold History of Police Violence and Black Rebellion since the 1960s. So she was a guest this past week on the show that we're talking about now. And you want to check that out, Letters in Politics. That's at 10 a.m., right? Monday through Thursday. And that
10 a.m. Monday through Thursday, yes.
Yeah, and that's what Mr. Keswick. Now, yes, you can go and you can listen to it, 94.1 FM, KPFA, but we are doing some live streaming of some of Mitch's guests. So you can just go to the YouTube page for KPFA. So just search KPFA Radio, and you can find, actually we have a nice playlist for him because we've been collecting, because now we've actually been doing it for a while. So you want to get to that, yeah?
I want to get to that.
I'm hoping everybody wants to get into it. It's Mitch, that's the good stuff. Next, I think you're going to tell us something about Flashpoints, right?
Yes. So Flashpoints covers the Texas governor using the National Guard to deport migrants. That actually was an episode of theirs on July 7th. But you can click right there on the link. I hope it's the right link compared to the one that I'm seeing on my script, which shows a different show.
What is it that's on there?
Well, on my script, it shows Letters in Politics, July 7th, but that's not the show.
That might be a little mistake. Thank you for telling me that live on the restream. You know what? I'm gonna put this in the chat.
Well, let's let me tell you the mistakes in the private chat. Hey, this is a problem. So
yeah, that's all right. Hey, like I said, we're working it out here. I don't know if you can see this. It took us a while to set up. I want to just show you my background here, which I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting so much. Check that out right there. That is the Bay. That's why we're all paying this extremely high rent, because of views like that. And I'm just here kicking it, giving you like updates and stuff. So there was this nice view here on this deck. So we're not actually on the deck at KPFA radio station. We are on a deck. And again, I want to point out that we had a nice donor, because we're a community-sponsored radio station, who was just like, hey, you want to come film it for my deck? So I guess I'm going to put it out there. If there's somebody else out there who has a really cool deck, and you're just like, ooh, could you come film it from my place? We might be open to that, although I don't want to just put that out there. I think we'd have to really vet the person, because, we don't want somebody just come to my random cabin in the woods.
We also have to make sure that, we're following health and safety protocols and all that jazz.
Oh, that's right. It's still COVID. But while it's still COVID, it's also still talking about Flashpoints and the Texas governor, right?
Yeah.
And
so you got the link there, the proper link?
Negative on that one. I was actually going to tell people, if you want to go to kpfa.org, that's the proper link, because even if we have something that's slightly wrong, the real answer can always be found at the KPFA website, which is kpfa.org. And I believe, Antonio, right now I'm watching. Yeah, aren't you like checking your emails too at the same time that we're doing this? Who are you talking to?
I'm trying to. No, I'm just looking. I was going to do a quick search to find out what day that was.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's perfect.
I could just look it up, but let's see. My system is slow.
List of, like, what were the top shows that happened over the week. And then I get them all. You're right. I didn't check that link. Again, thank you for pointing that out to me in front of everybody.
Well, there's a lot of mistakes that are happening that I have made as well. And I'll let all the listeners know, this whole grand experiment that we're having fun with, and tweak by tweak, making it better. You weren't here for the changes in location that mikO had to do to get the right lighting, which I'm jealous about, because I'm not in that location. I'm covering my view because it's a view of maybe a brick wall. So unfortunately, I don't have the wonders of a deck to look at.
That's all right. Well, you know what? But as you know, as we were setting up, the real hard issue was that there was a lot of sun out here, and there were some lighting issues. And I, as a person of color, couldn't just quite get it right. Like, you'd see me, but you're like, you're just a silhouette, and I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm right there in front of you. So. Yeah. But thanks for sticking around with this. We're working it out here on the deck, but what it's really about is making sure that we announce to you things that are happening around KPFA, because I think there's so much happening here that sometimes might get lost in it. Like, where do I start?
Mhm.
Just need a quick update, or, oh yeah, what's Flashpoints doing again? Things like that,
Yeah.
And speaking of
So,
things that
speaking
I
of,
get lost and people don't know as much about, and I want them to know. Dun, 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 dun. I need to get some like sound effects, I think, on this, and I think I can provide that, but then it's going to be hard to move around. But next thing we have Area 94.1 podcast. Did you guys know?
Well, actually, before you go there, let me just let them know, because I got the answer for everyone. Just looking on the website. Yes. So for the Flashpoint episode about Texas Governor Greg Abbott authorizing the Texas National Guard and the Texas Department of Public Safety to engage in a policy of mass deportation from Texas, and setting aside federal law, that actually happened on Flashpoints on July 7th. It was the same date, July 7th. Just go to the Flashpoints episode pages on kpfa.org.
Okay, I'm with that. So July 7th.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. Sorry, we're all working it out here. It happens. We're kind of just hanging out here telling announcements. That's what we do.
True. We don't want to leave anyone hanging, but we'll go to the next thing.
That's right. Yeah, we do care about you. We didn't want to just leave you hanging. Actually, Antonio is way more thorough about that than I am. But next we have the Area 94.1 podcast. Now that's what I want. I feel like people don't know about as much. And it's really great. We have this whole section on our website at kpfa.org where it's online only. So you're not going to hear this stuff on the radio. So what we have is our latest edition is Susan Faludi. She's got a new book. It's called In the Dark. And she has an interview up there where she's speaking with Richard Wolinsky. Richard Wolinsky does a lot of stuff for us. He speaks to a lot of people. So I want to encourage people to go check out Area 94.1. It's free 99, free all the time, free gold mine, right? Area 94.1 podcast, everything here at KPFA is free. Yeah, you can go there and check out some really great talks, including stuff like from Letters in Politics. There's like audio collections, Letters in Politics, Hard Knock Radio. There's interviews there with like Alice Walker, Alan Watts, all of our really great like audio collections that we aren't playing on the radio station all the time because there is so much news and stuff to do that we don't want people to forget about just kind of this great stuff. So Area 94.1, and you're going to be hearing me talking about that more. You probably heard me say something about it on the radio. Hey, so in fact, listen for my new promo where I did one just to promote Area 94.1. And you can find Area 94.1 at kpfa.org/Area941.
There you go.
Oh, wait, here's the really cool thing about Area 94.1. You want to see everybody? See that graphic? It's a special club graphic of like Area 94.1.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the feed. I love the graphic. I love the colors. But your image is stuck. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that. You seem to be on pause, or
I feel like I'm seeing everything, but
you're seeing everything. Okay.
Maybe there's a lag. It's okay. We only got
maybe it's me.
One more thing to talk about, and that's our donor highlight.
Yes, donor highlight.
Like, pew, 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 pew.
Yes, we would
like to the promo.
Pew 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 pew. Wait, I don't know. Is that what we want? Or pew 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 pew?
You know what, for me, I like to mention the donor highlight because I feel like if it were me, I'd be like, hey, they just said my name on the radio.
Yeah.
So I think we can kind of bring out all of the like.
Yes. Well, let's thank Diane DeFord from Arcata for donating to the station and helping us continue what we do. Thank you, Diane.
Thanks, Diane.
Yes. We appreciate you, and we couldn't do it without you.
Yes, and remember, we mention a donor highlight every week, so you always have a chance for us to mention you on the air, on the radio, and in our live stream as we say thank you so much for supporting KPFA. And if you want to continue to support KPFA, let you know that you can always follow us on social media. In fact, if you're watching this now, I hope that you are subscribed to us. We hope following us. We hope you liked this. We hope that you're sharing it with your friends, all the things. In fact, we hope more comments. We get some comments in the chat too, which we always respond to. Always.
Yes, always.
Yes,
we try. Well, I guess we can't use the word always. Always is a very strong word because, that's high expectations. We do our best.
Always and forever. Yes. Well, I think now we've gotten to the end of the list. That concludes this week's announcements on the live stream for On the Deck with me, mikO Tolliver, and Antonio Ortiz. We want to encourage you to tune in and listen to 94.1 FM and also find us online at kpfa.org. And again, you can also find us around on social media. Facebook is at KPFA 94.1, and then Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at KPFA Radio. But follow us, like us, and thank you again for your support. We are excited. We're going to see you next week then with more updates. Right, Antonio?
Yes, and thank you for joining us on the Deck and joining us on this journey of us being on social media and making this happen.
Yes, thank you. We're going to get it. We're going to keep this going. It's going to get better over time. And then people are going to be like, oh my goodness, check out that deck they're on this week. That's remember I told you, Antonio, that I wanted to be like the Anthony Bourdain of announcements for KPFA, where I'm just like, let's go to different decks and then tell people things that are happening and show you really nice views. Like, once again.
Actually, I like that idea. The beautiful decks of the Bay Area.
The beautiful decks of the Bay Area, yeah. Lifestyles of the decked and famous. Oh no, lifestyles of real estate owners in the Bay Area. That's Richard. Yeah. All right. See everybody next week. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Bye, Antonio.
Bye, mikO. See you all later.
See ya.